Hello, everyone. My name is Robert, and I'm here to tell you that our world is becoming increasingly globalized on a geographic, informational, and product level. And this is becoming profoundly mirrored in the business landscape of the United States. Um, like most business is done over Zoom nowadays. You have more international products than ever on stores when imports were seen as a luxury just 50 years ago. They're now seen as something cheap and commodified. So, economies of scale in these products and leverage of international manufacturing and shipping facilities have led to the rise of superstore chains that have grown to dominate the American retail environment. This change in the dynamics of commerce from the main street shops to the Walmarts and Amazons of today's economy um, are not only an opportunity for our economic growth, but a significant threat to the nation's small businesses and the traditional way of life that they have provided and have been really the backbone of the American economy for centuries. That's all changing. We're going to get into it. According to the United States Small Business Administration, in 2021, small businesses accounted for over 99% of American corporations and over half of total American employees. Yet, all of these establishments are in danger due to the escalating dominance of large chains, whether it's in the retail space or in the informational space. The World Wide Web and degradation of geographical barriers has led to winner-take-all scenarios being present, such as distribution of beverages. Look at a more archaic example of how this can happen, how we've already seen it happen, is with beverages. You used to buy whatever soda or beer was being brewed by the restaurant that you came to, but drastic reductions in shipping cost allowed for national brands of a commodity such as Coca-Cola to take over, and the number of players in the space has greatly declined. And while the market as a whole has grown, you have, the Coca-Cola company, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up are really the only three major beverage companies in the United States. So similarly, big box retailers and e-commerce platforms have reshaped how we're going to shop and what we're going to purchase. According to the Institute for Local Self-Reliance, there's an extensive range of products, often at lower prices, which are an attractive choice to many consumers. And they're not thinking about how it impacts themselves or their neighbors' jobs. This preference has led to a decrease in the available products and services and a shift away from personalized customer service in the retail space. Moreover, the favoring of superstore chains in the modern economy makes worse the effects of income inequality. The Journal of Urban Economics shows that the rise of these superstores contribute to wage stagnation and a widening income gap, impacting local communities adversely. And a large part of this is that while these retailers would profit and, when individually owned, recycle their earnings back into the community, helping support other small businesses, well, now all of the profits go to one holding company, and everyone at the local retailer is just an employee. So all of the profits not only fail to go to employees on the ground of these retailers, but they leave the local economy entirely and circle nothing back to prop up local investment. So now that we identify the problem, it's really important to identify the causes. These corporations have vast resources at their disposal. Economies of scale include being able to buy in bulk and then negotiate lower prices with suppliers, and make more substantial investments in advertising and marketing as well. All of this allows them to draw in more customers and create a cycle that small businesses struggle to compete with. Policy plays a role as well. Government subsidies, tax breaks, and zoning laws often favor large corporations for the jobs that they are purported to then bring to the economy. But not all jobs are created equal, and as we said, these jobs do less to prop up the local economy than a similar or lesser amount that are employed by entirely locally owned businesses. According to a report by Good Jobs First, from 2000 to 2020, over $70 billion in local and state subsidies have gone to big businesses originating from outside of the state in which the subsidy originated. These circumstances may seem intimidating, but the situation is not hopeless. There are effective solutions that can help restore the balance and create a more equitable marketplace for the future. Firstly, we have to restructure policies to better support small businesses. Local governments should consider zoning laws and subsidies that disproportionately benefit large corporations. Instead, they should invest in programs that provide small businesses with access to resources and both human and physical capital. Next, consumers have a powerful role to play. We alone can stop this cycle and choose where the almighty dollar is going to go. We need to be more conscious of our impacts and our buying habits and choose to support small local businesses, not just as a favor to our fellow neighbors, but to keep the cycle from coming back to bite us in the butt ourselves. Research published in the American Independent Business Alliance shows that spending locally has 3 times the impact on your community as dollars spent at national chains in the local area. Finally, collaborations and cooperations among small businesses can work to offset the advantages held by large corporations and install a new cool factor in local small businesses. Through shared purchasing, marketing, distribution, and discounts, they can achieve economies of scale and competitive pricing and be more nimble and flexible in their local marketplace to gain an advantage. In conclusion, small businesses are not just stores and services, they are the embodiment of the American dream and symbols of not just the classical America that has gotten us here, but the entrepreneurial spirit that will carry it forward, and are vital contributors to local economies and identities that make their quality of life. It's time for us to recognize the challenges that they face in the looming shadow of superstore chains, and let's address these causes listed, enact meaningful solutions at a local, national, and personal spending level, and together we can create a sustainable future for small businesses across America. Thank you.